Preview. Preview.
Our solar system formed about 4.5 billion years ago from a dense cloud of interstellar gas and dust. The cloud collapsed possibly due to the shock wave of a nearby exploding star, called a supernova. When the dust cloud collapsed in the form of a solar nebula, a spinning, swirling disk of a material.
The modern Laplacian theory. French astronomer and mathematician Pierre-Simon Laplace first suggested in 1796 that the Sun and the planets formed in a rotation nebula which could and collapse. The theory argued that this nebula condensed into rings, which eventually formed the planets and central mass the Sun.
What are the different theories on the origin of the universe? The best supported theory of our universe origin centers on an event known as the Big Bang. This theory was born of the observation that other galaxies are moving away from our own at great speed in all directions, as they had all been propelled by an ancient explosive force.
What is the current theory about the formation of the solar system? The most widely accepted theory of planetary formation is known as the nebular hypothesis. This theory mentioned that 4.6 billion years ago, the solar system was formed by the gravitational collapse of a giant molecular cloud spanning several light years.
Earth is a terrestrial or inner planet consisting of thin outer crust and intermediate mantle and a dense inner core. It has an atmosphere composed of primarily of nitrogen and oxygen, and it is the only planet on water which in liquid form exists, covering more than 70% of its surface. Simplify of it. The planet we live on. It is the third planet distant from the Sun, 148.82 million kilometers. Orbit period 35 days. Age 4.53 billion years. The moon name is Luna.
Saturn is the sixth planet from the Sun and the second largest in the solar system, after Jupiter. It is a gas giant with an average radius of about 9 times that of Earth. It only has 1/8 the average density of Earth. However, its larger volume, Saturn is over 95 times more massive. Distance from Sun 1.432 billion km. Orbital period 29 years. Radius 58,232 km. Age 4.503 billion years. Moons: Titan, Enceladus, Mimas, Dione, Tethys, Lepidus, Hyperion, Epimetheus, Pan, Rhea.
Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun and the second smallest planet in the solar system, being larger than only Mercury. Distance from the Sun 22.9 million km. Orbital period 687 days. Age 4.603 billion years. Name of the moon: Phobos and Deimos.
Mercury is the smallest and closest planet to the Sun in the solar system. Its orbit around the Sun takes 87.97 Earth days, the shortest of all the planets in the solar system. Mercury, distance from the Sun, 57.91 million kilometers, orbit period, 88 days, radius, 2,439.7 kilometers. What does Mercury look like? You can see that Mercury is a light gray color. This is Mercury's northern horizontal as seen by the Messenger spacecraft during its third flyby.
Jupiter is the fifth planet from the Sun and the largest in the solar system. It is a gas giant with a mass 1,000 that of the Sun, but 2.5 times that of all the other planets in the solar system combined. Radius 69,911 km. Distance from Sun 778.5 million km. Orbital period 12 years. And moons: Europa, Ganymede, Callisto, Almetea, Himalaya, Adrastea, Valitudo, and others.
Venus is the second planet from the Sun. It is named after a Roman goddess of love and beauty. As the brightest natural object in Earth's night sky after the moon, Venus can cast shadow and can be on a rare occasion visible to the naked eye in broad daylight. Distance from the Sun, 108.2 million kilometers, orbit period, 225 days, gravity, 8.87 meters per second, sidereal rotation period, negative 200,043.25 retrograde. Did you know that Venus shows faces? Through a telescope, it can look like a tiny featureless whining or waxing moon. At this writing, late February 2020, Venus is a whining, gibbous faces. In other words, telescopic observation are seeing it as more than half-lighted but less than full.
Pluto is a dwarf planet in the Kuiper belt, a ring of bodies beyond the orbit of Neptune. It was the first and the largest Kuiper belt object to be discovered. After Pluto was discovered in 1913, it was declared the ninth planet in the system. Distance from Sun, 5.9 million kilometers. Orbital period 248 years. Discovered February 18, 1928. Radius 1,188 Discovered Flight
Uranus is the seventh planet from the Sun. Its name is a reference to the Greek god of the sky, Uranus, who according to the Greek mythology was the grandfather of Zeus, Jupiter, the father of Cronus, Saturn. It has the third largest planetary radius and fourth largest planetary mass in the solar system. Uranus, distance from the Sun, 2,871 billion kilometers, orbit period, 84 years, radius, 25,362 kilometers.
Is the eighth and the most distant major planet orbiting our Sun. Is dark, cold, and whipped by the supersonic winds. It has the first planet located through mathematical calculations rather YVERDON by telescope. Distance from Sun 2,781,000,000 kilometers. Orbiting period 164.81 Earth years.
Moon, the large round object that circles the Earth and that shines at night by reflecting light from the Sun. Radius 1,737.1 km. Distance from Sun about 150 million kilometers. On average, the Earth and Moon are about 150 million kilometers or 93 million miles from the Sun.
The Sun is a yellow dwarf star, a hot ball of glowing gases at the heart of our solar system. Its gravity holds everything from the biggest planets to tiny debris in its orbit.